Hey, this is Danielle from fermentedfoodlab.com, where I teach people how to make fermented foods using my simple and easy methods. And today I'm going to talk about how often you should eat fermented foods and ways to eat them. So generally, eating fermented foods will strengthen your immune system, reduce bloating, give you more energy, could even increase your moods. But if you're totally new to eating fermented foods, you want to start out slowly. And you got to do what's right for your body. Everybody's different and everyone has different reactions, and what's good for someone may not be good for somebody else. So it may not be great for you. It may be awesome for you. I'm not a doctor or nutritionist, so these are just really rough guidelines that you can follow, but just discuss it with your healthcare practitioner if you're not sure. So you want to start out really slow when you start eating fermented foods. And why do you want to do this? That's because they are rich in probiotics and enzymes. And when you eat them for the first time, what's going to happen is they're going to go in there and your digestive tract, and they're going to start cleaning it up. They're going to start cleaning out all that gunk and garbage and rebalancing your gut, which isn't always a pleasant experience. And what that means is it could cause bloating, it could cause a little bit of digestive upset at first. So to avoid this discomfort, I highly suggest just starting with like a tablespoon, maybe just a forkful of sauerkraut, a slice of a pickle, and wait to see how your body reacts to it. If you don't have any discomfort, you can increase your serving, increase it the next day, and just slowly add over time. Okay, if you do experience some discomfort, then you might want to scale back even less. So I know maybe a little bite, maybe just a tiny, even less. Okay, and then wait over time, and then try it a little bit the next day or next couple of days. Get your body used to it. For fermented drinks such as kombucha, water, or milk kefir, I suggest just drinking maybe a little quarter of a cup or even a shot glass and see how you feel first. And then again, if you have any bad reactions or tummy trouble, scale back. If you don't have any reactions, then add a little bit each day until you can eat it. I eat them with each meal to help digest my food and to absorb nutrients and vitamins. And that's once your body's really used to eating them and you have no bad reactions or anything. So if you do incorporate fermented foods with your meals, you'll get the most benefits that way. It's amazing for your gut. But a little bit of a warning: if you suffer from allergies or have histamine intolerance, you might want to avoid fermented foods like sauerkraut and pickles. Fermented cabbage is high in histamine. Sadly, my husband found out he has histamine intolerance. He can't even eat them right now, and I'm sad because I have no one to help me eat all these pickles and fermented foods, but it could do more harm than good. So just be really careful. Talk to your nutritionist or healthcare provider to see if it's right for you. If you suffer from allergies or have histamine intolerance, it just might not be for you. Some people with histamine intolerance do better with kombucha, so you could try that. But if you have yeast overgrowth or major sensitivity, you might want to avoid them. If you're not sure, if you're just not sure you should be eating fermented foods, consult your healthcare practitioner. So if you're totally good and the fermented foods agree with you well, eat them daily. That's what I do. All right, so I get questions all the time about how do you eat sauerkraut? How do you eat your pickles? Do you just eat them or do you add them to things? And here's some ways to eat more fermented foods, add more to your diet. Number one, you can do is eat 1 to 2 forkfuls of sauerkraut or pickles first thing in the morning, just to get just to inoculate your gut right away with probiotic bacteria, get things moving, help you digest your food for the day, gives you a little energy boost. Have a few, I like to have fermented carrot sticks in the refrigerator all the time, and I eat those as a snack. So I can eat them as on a side with my lunch, or just if I feel like a little salty snack, I'll grab a carrot pickle out of the refrigerator. Number 3, drink probiotic-rich kombucha or water kefir for a midday pick-me-up. Number 4, add milk kefir to a probiotic smoothie for breakfast. Or you can have it as like an evening dessert, a little milk kefir with berries and honey. I love that. It's really good. If I'm craving like a dessert, that's really healthy. Something I love to do is topping my eggs with sauerkraut. I like to make like a spicy sauerkraut, like salsa, and use it as salsa, and I'll just add it to my eggs, scrambled eggs in the morning. I like to add it to avocado and mush it up a little bit so it's like a guacamole with sauerkraut on it. It's really good. You can also add it to sandwiches and sprinkle it over salads. Okay, you could serve sauerkraut or pickles as a side to each meal. So a way to easily remember to eat more fermented foods is just having a small jar in your fridge that you take out every night with your dinner. So if it's out already, you know, with your dinner, it's easy just to like take a spoonful or a few scoops and add it to your plate. You could dollop probiotic raspberries or apple butter on top of cottage cheese or yogurt. It's really good. And you can even add 1 to 2 tablespoons of sauerkraut to a smoothie to get more probiotics, and you won't even taste it, I promise you. All right, so that's how often you should eat fermented foods. Just some rough guidelines you could follow, and also some ideas on how to eat the fermented foods and getting more into your diet. If you're new to making fermented foods or have made fermented foods but didn't like the results, you should totally join my online course, Fermenting Veggies. And Fermenting Veggies is a series of videos where I teach you everything you need to know to make fermented foods at home, including sauerkraut, pickles, fermented hot sauce, kimchi, how to troubleshoot your ferments, as well as I'm offering tons of support to help everybody through the process. So learn more about the Fermenting Veggies online course and get on my waiting list now with the link below. I hope to see you there.